Welcome everyone to Everydayman.net, the everyday conversation for the everyday man. I'm your host, Cordero Hicks, and I'm here with my co-host Jay.
Hello.
My co-host Kendall.
What up, though?
And we have a special guest, Sheikah. What's going on?
Yeah.
And we have an exciting show for you today. Happy 4th of July to everyone around the world, and make sure you enjoy your family, the fireworks and everything that comes with it, especially the food and all the good food that's going on. I know we just came from a family function. And anybody had a good time at the family function?
Of course.
Is this you say no?
Why would you say that?
I said no. You said no.
It was nice.
It was for the food was pretty good.
That's what we came for.
Yeah, I mean pretty much.
And to be around your family.
I think that's what everybody comes for the food.
Yes.
I mean, 'cause I don't think nobody really celebrates we go for the cookout free food. I mean, that's why I came for anyway.
It's their independence, not ours.
Yeah, shut up. We gotta keep the show going. All right. Before we get into things, I'm gonna let Jay start it off. I know you had something you want to talk about.
Yes, let's talk about Missouri.
Yeah,
so,
we had an issue happen in Missouri. You go ahead, set it up.
With these two females in Missouri, they was pulled over heading to the beach. You would say they're probably 25 and older. They was in bikinis and they was headed to the beach. They get pulled over by a Caucasian police officer. He said that they were speeding. He pulled them over and said he smelled marijuana and he seen a bud in their tray, their little ashtray. So he pulls them out. He's ransacking through all their clothes and got them in handcuffs. And then he calls for backup to have a cavity search done on the side of the road. These are two African-American women, if I'm correct. At least the one that they did show on video in the back seat of the police car was African-American. The other girl I really couldn't tell because she was kind of away from the camera. So he asked this other police officer to come in, which was a female, and she searched her for marijuana because the male cop said she pulled down her zipper while she was in the car because she had little short jeans on because she was in a bikini. And she was like, it been pulled down ever since you stopped me. He stated it wasn't. He wanted her cavity search. You can see her on the video stating, "Ma'am, I do not want you touching my private parts." She said that it had to be done. He wanted it done. So she was cavity searched in the back of that police car on the side of the road. After they did not find anything, they found one of the ladies, found her a marijuana charge on her, and then that was the end of that. So now these two females are suing. They're suing, and as of right now, they only fired the female cop and suspended the male cop. First of all, I never knew you could do a cavity search on the side of the road. Actually, I was always told the procedure is they take you back to the police station to cavity search you because it's supposed to be recorded.
Actually, that happens more often than not. Do you think that it was racially motivated?
Yeah.
I want to, I hate to keep saying yes all the time, but if it was very obvious if it was, but I think it was just a police officer that was throwing around his authority.
Right, I mean, because it happens all the time, actually, and that's what I'm looking at a few stories now. Even where we're from, over there in Aiken, they just got sued back in April because it was a legal cavity search on two black men. And then the police officer showed it was a white woman.
Wow.
Yeah, this is close to home here, so man, it happens a lot. This ain't the first time it happens, and this is the thing about the police.
Is Missouri
officers
known for being real racist? I don't know much about Missouri.
It's Missouri.
I mean, I probably so, but it happens a lot, and you don't know these cops. You see people in certain positions. You want to take them at the highest standard, especially the police officers, doctors, things of that nature.
Look,
but you don't know these people. You don't know how they think. They probably doing some weird shit.
But the fact that he didn't get fired and they fired a female cop knowing she was doing it under his
who did it?
Action. Yes, he requested for it. He should be held responsible to say what she the female did.
Who ordered it to be done though?
He ordered it.
But he didn't put his hands on it.
But he ordered it to be done. It would have never been done if he didn't order it.
So
he should be held responsible.
Wait. If I send you to kill somebody, you're getting more time than me if you actually do the crime. You know that.
But you should be held responsible. But you're gonna get time because it's premeditated murder on you.
Yes.
Okay, so
if she lost her job, he should lose his job too, because he abused his authority.
I mean, let's be honest about it. he's a man, so they're not gonna treat him the
Come
same
on,
way.
man. Y'all know how this game goes. Like, stop acting like you don't know how this works.
We can be realistic about
No, they need to stop using that as an excuse.
Yeah.
They need to take that away from history and take that out of existence and just treat everybody equally. He should be held responsible equally as her.
No such
If
thing
she
as
lost her
equality.
job, it should be.
it. I mean, a lot of people feel that same way you feel. And don't get me wrong, I understand it, but that's just not what it is. In
Right.
reality, that's not.
There's no such thing.
No, it isn't.
It ain't gonna never be, because everybody is always gonna be somebody that with a little less.
Yeah, I mean that's true. And you know, I'm glad she got fired. And let's say he got. If you don't get fired, let's say he got suspended.
He did for only 6 months.
Right. See, I mean,
So it's the
that's
same
nothing.
thing.
That's nothing. He didn't lose it. That's nothing. So he was probably never going to get fired anyway. They probably just suspended him just to save face.
Just this is to calm the outrage.
Yeah, that's it.
You know
That's
that.
all it was about.
Come on, man.
I mean, I feel sorry for them two young ladies because it's wrong.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
violation.
Yeah.
it's the wrong thing to do, and I got a daughter. I wouldn't want my daughter going through that, and it's hard to say that it's not racially motivated, but due to recent events, you have to lean towards that way.
Yes, unfortunately.
Because that actually could happen to anybody, but more than likely, what you say? But I'm just saying though, and they suing, right?
Yes, they are
I'm
suing.
saying,
They're
what can you
suing
sue?
the police department, and they're suing. I know they're suing the police department. I don't know if they're suing the city but I know they're suing the police department.
Yeah,
they're holding them
should.
responsible.
They probably
They're
will
calling for
win.
that guy's
What
job.
suit?
Because
what suit is that?
because if they fired the woman, that means they know she did something wrong. She wasn't supposed to do.
Yeah.
So
and he requested it on the side of the
So
road.
he should have been fired too if
Yes.
she was fired.
And they're pushing for that. They're pushing for his job.
He suspended for how
He's
long?
suspended. I think he said 6 months, if I'm correct.
See, that's a long time to be suspended, but you probably still get paid for it.
See,
With pay,
and that's
though.
the thing. She lost her job and she can't get paid, but he's suspended and still
I mean,
getting paid.
you know how this thing works. She lost her job at that precinct. She's gonna get another job
Yeah,
as a
come
police
on.
But it's
officer.
gonna be hard because who want that on
Yeah,
there?
look
Man,
at
you
it.
know how many cops do bad things all the time. They
And
just
get
go
every
to another
hire,
precinct.
right, all the time.
They
Stop.
do.
But that's just gonna make him feel like he can do it again. He's suspended, kickback,
Right.
not working, but still getting paid
It's like
for it.
Yeah.
it's a lot of police officers out there that got a record of doing things over and over and over
But
again.
you know,
and getting away with
depending
it.
on how big that lawsuit is, she gonna have a real hard time finding a job. Nobody want to keep dishing out money to the public.
Well,
They
check
want to
this
keep that
out.
money in their pocket.
So you think he does the story say he specifically requested that woman?
He requested. You could hear the video
Is it
on
a
his
woman?
dash cam.
Was it a cop, a female cop, or that female cop?
Oh, I
And
just know
that's
he
important.
requested a female police officer.
She
for
wasn't his
cavity
partner.
search. I don't think so because she came in a separate car. He was
Oh.
by himself.
Okay. I mean, did it say
He
that
was
they-
like tossing her stuff on the side of the road. It was terrible. It was all on dash cam.
Man, that's crazy. You know what? The funny thing about these police officers, they forget that shit is on.
They don't care that it's on.
I don't think they care.
It's
I
the,
don't
come
think
on,
he
man, It's
cared.
the blue wall.
The
You
way
know
he
that.
acted about it, I don't think he cared.
Nigga ain't
The
care.
same one that didn't care when he tased that girl, Sandra
Bland.
Bland
Yeah.
girl. They
He
don't
tased
care.
her?
Yeah, when he tased her.
He takes
Well, he threatened her and he told her get the F out the car. When he was like threatening her to get out the car, he didn't care.
You can curse on the show.
I don't want to curse.
You edited yourself?
That's the first time I ever heard somebody edit themselves.
Yeah,
live.
like much as we curse on this show,
I don't
you
want to
edit.
curse. We got minors and the baby in here. I don't want to be.
No,
Sure.
this guy.
This guy.
Right. But like I said, I'm glad she got fired. I mean, anybody else got any closing words
You
on the
think-
story?
What they suing? You know how much they suing for?
I don't know how much they're suing for, but they
They
calling for
probably-
his
they probably
job.
not gonna tell it
They
out.
calling for
They
his
probably
job, and they're calling for.
You think they gonna win
better-
that?
I think they win. I think they get something.
They'll get.
It's
They're
still
gonna
settled.
hush him up.
They'll
They're gonna get
settle.
something.
They'll settle.
That look bad though.
I mean, I let them touch me up for a few dollars too. You know.
What is that to say?
What I'm just saying. What? Am I wrong?
No.
I'm talking. I mean, look. I'm just saying. I mean,
As a male, you're okay for people to fill you up, but as a
So
female,
if that was me and I settled because they was gonna give me a little bit of money, what was you gonna say?
you be okay with that?
We ain't talking about that.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm saying is, you got, let's say women go, okay, it's wrong that, I know a cavity search is, he probably put his hand inside of her.
Right.
Yes, she put her
I mean,
her hands
yeah,
inside of her.
That's crossing the line.
And she didn't change gloves,
Yeah.
and which was noted on the camera because she's like, "Ma'am, you didn't even change gloves, and you're putting your hands in my anus and my vagina."
Right.
You know,
I mean, I
cause for
can see
infection.
that. I can see that. And I can actually see what I'm saying could be controversial. And it's fine.
I hope they
I don't care.
That was a hot take.
I don't care. But
So
what I'm saying is, I mean, you got women that let men grow up on them and do all this stuff, and for free. I mean, it's sad it's happened. You know, it's wrong, but it's what it is.
It's two different things.
I mean, of course it is. Of course it is. And it's all wrong. I'm just saying it's all wrong.
Right.
But yeah, I'm glad they're suing. I hope they get the. Of course, I mean, because
I'm hoping to get him fired.
Of course, I mean, she's got fired. He got suspended. He probably won't get fired. And now all you can do now is try to get some money, because every time these type of situations happen, that's all. At the end of the day, that's all it's about, the money. It didn't happen. It was wrong. The woman got fired. Now they suing, just like any other case. I mean, they go get their money. They are. I mean, so anybody got any closing words on this?
No, I'm done with that story.
What about you?
Nah, I'm good.
You sure? I mean, because I know you young lady. I know if you wouldn't want to be in this situation, but I just figured you had more to say.
I mean, it's wrong, but at the end of the day, like you said, she already got fired. That ended it, but it's all about money, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we at now with it, right? All right, but if you want to continue the conversation, if you email us, any one of us at everydaymanpod@gmail.com. If you want to yell at me for what I just said, email us at everydayman
Give your number out.
@gmail.com. I will not be giving my cell phone number.
No, you said
But
I want them to directly yell at you.
But yeah, make sure you email us and leave us any comments or anything if you wanted to, voice your opinion on that story. I know, Kenneth, you had something you want to talk about. Yes, you did. It was you had something you want to talk about. But real quick though, before you get into yours, up north, where you grew up at, Jay? I don't know what it is about people from up north.
You always be
do
bashing
crazy
people in
stuff,
the city.
It's not New York. It's not New York. It's not New York.
Look.
It's New Jersey.
Okay.
It's New Jersey, and their
The
governor,
water down.
And their governor. Did you hear about the story?
No, what's
The
that?
governor, but they doing bad up there in New Jersey. I think Maine. Anybody hear about this? Where they got so bad, with the budget cuts, they have no support in the city. Like nobody's picking up trash. Like there's no service at all.
I mean, it's already dirty as hell up there, so.
And they like close down all the beaches and everything up there, which really messes up people 4th of July. Like
that's why
today.
that girl made that comment. Show me out. Is the beach open or? She
Right.
made a comment about the beach, and I didn't know what she was talking. And she lived near Jersey, but I didn't think about it.
Right, that's what it was. And the Governor Christie is actually
This guy.
getting a lot of backlash because
He always fucking up.
he really is. But let me tell you what he did. The beach are closed down, but no, not for him. Not for him and his family.
He out there by himself?
They went to the beach. His family, nobody out there but them. Somebody's caught a picture of it. Now it's everywhere.
Wow.
And when he was questioned about it, he said, well, I ain't getting any sun. Because he had a hat on.
Wow.
That's what his answer was. I mean, so if this was our official, how would you feel about like politicians and people in certain places taking advantage, like especially with this here? If it's supposed to be closed to everybody, I mean, no lifeguards, no nobody. So if you see your governor out doing it, because people are not saying like he don't really care, he don't care about the people, they want him out of there. Is this right for him to do? I mean, they say he's the governor, and his thing is, well, if you become governor, you can do what you want. You can do what you want to do too. So how do you feel about that?
That's really arrogant.
I mean, because
ignorant.
I know you grew up in New York, but have you been to any
Check
beaches
this
up in New Jersey?
I've been to some beaches. I used to go to ones like in Brooklyn. I've been to one in Staten Island, but I don't think I've been to any in Jersey. I've been to parts of Jersey, and Jersey is not all parts of Jersey is nice unless you're in the rich area. Not too many parts are nice. So the fact that they're letting it go down worse than what it is in some areas, it's really bad. I think that's really ignorant for him to do. He has enough negativity against him,
look at
and
him.
he should be smarter than that, knowing he's from the area,
Right.
and he's supposed to be about the people.
Right.
He
But
did say one thing right though.
What is that?
If you make the rules, you do what you want to do.
That's like
That's the
Trump
only thing
when
he said
drove
right,
on
man.
the grass because he owns the golf course.
Facts.
Like it. Okay, because you own it.
You do what you want when you own stuff. Like when you in charge, you make the rules. You do what you
Yeah, but a
please.
lot of people be like, well,
Do he
lead by
make-
example.
Do he
Yeah.
make the rules or do he enforce the rules?
Thank you, because you like
What's the difference?
you're over there. You breaking rules, and you just encourage other people to do the same.
Exactly.
Nah, he break rules because he can. He ain't gonna get in
I
trouble
mean,
for
because if
it.
you go out there on that beach, you
Yeah,
get locked
you going
up.
to jail.
You going to jail. I mean, nobody's gonna touch him. And he actually was questioned about it, and he trying to like blow off the reporter. Like next question,
Right.
next. I'm like,
Everybody know when you so high, you don't.
But that's the thing. You
rules
can't
not the same.
expect somebody to not do what you do. They gonna follow you, the governor.
Come on now, you gotta leave a better example, because
Lead by
it's
example.
gonna just start bad negativity. You know, they got it bad enough with the riots and stuff like that. They don't need any more backlash.
okay, well, I'm reading it now, and he did say they did open it in time for today. So it was shut down, so they were able to go to the
Okay, he
beach.
getting
Of
stuff
course,
done.
because they would have started riding it.
Right, I mean,
Them in
because
Jersey crazy.
right. So and they were talking about all his big stuff, like he tried to run for president, but when the primaries didn't go too well, he dropped out and he endorsed Trump, which they really didn't like.
Right, they ain't like that shit.
And he said he just been messing up time.
I think he
after
doing it
time
on
after time
purpose.
Again.
I think he really doing it on purpose now.
Yeah, they say he don't care. Say he really don't care.
He act like he don't care. He carries himself that way.
Right.
Hey, look at him. He don't care about anything.
Right. And I just want to show y'all the picture here. I have it. I know people listening can't see it, but this is him with his family.
That's it.
And they're the only
Yellow
people on the
fast.
beach.
Right.
I thought the hat was gonna be bigger since he said he ain't getting no sun.
Right. He's on the beach just chilling with him and his family. I guess that's the perks of
Hey,
related
man.
to the governor. I
Hey,
guess
man.
you had a whole beach to yourself.
Hey,
The whole beach to yourself. So, and this was on the 2nd in Allen Beach State Park in New Jersey on July 2nd. So, and he, like I said, he was under fire. A lot of people were saying, even like celebrities coming out from that area, like, come on, man, like, what are you doing? And when you question about it, you act so nonchalant. I don't care. I like you say, I do what I want to do.
yeah, he do what he want.
You know,
Do what you want when you popping.
right, man. I just thought that was messed up. See any closing thoughts on that one?
No.
Yeah.
Let's move on to this story that
Yeah,
Kenna
crazy.
brought up.
Yeah, man. I just threw it in because I just thought that was kind of messed up. But yeah, I know, Ken, if you had something you want to speak on about, I'll go ahead and let you. Go ahead and start it off.
Oh, I forgot what state. What state
What
was
Play
it?
it clip.
What
Play the
state?
clip.
What state was it?
I
I know we had it. It don't matter what state. It's wrong in any state. And
Right.
right. And you talking about this guy that was accused of rape? Was it rape?
No, he was accused of snatching a bag,
What?
and he got He did 17 years for snatching a purse. And
Attempting to snatch the purse.
So he didn't even get it?
Did he get it?
So okay.
Play the
but-
clip.
No, I don't have the clip.
no,
But go
I
ahead
think
and-
what I think it was I think he did get it. I think he did snatch a purse.
Okay.
But the problem is when he got picked out of the lineup, he served 17 years. And then come to find out it wasn't him. All because the person who identified him picked wrong. And I did not know 72% of eyewitness point outs are wrong.
I didn't know that either.
That's a high ass number.
It really is.
That is
because
high.
humans make a lot of mistakes.
Right.
At my job, they tell us we make 7 mistakes an hour, something like that.
Damn.
And so,
How many people get fired from y'all job?
no, I'm just saying, like on average, every person, by not doing the right thing, even if you
Yeah, that's
jaywalk, 'cause some stuff you may think is not a big deal.
That's a
You still
long
make
time
some
for something that you didn't do.
mistake. Actually, and it happens a whole lot. I'm trying to find it. So he was released, and why was he released?
Because he tried to get a reappeal. He went to Kansas?
Yeah.
Kansas
School of Law.
School of Law. And they did a little digging. But the guy that actually did it looks a lot like him.
Just like him.
Like the
So
boys
he
go.
had a doppelganger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
They
real
say
talk.
everybody has at least 4.
4?
I think 4. I think
Before
the
me,
average 4 or 3,
Hey,
if
man.
I'm correct.
So whoever look like me, y'all some good looking niggas.
Oh
But
my god.
check this out though. That's a long time though.
17 years for
It
snatching a purse or bag or whatever,
It
robbery.
That's a long time, but especially if you're sitting in there knowing that you didn't do it. Hold on, that's not the worst part. Is he provided an alibi and there was no evidence that it was him.
Wow. So she just went off
What she said.
What she said. That happens, man. That happens a lot, especially to black men.
Oh,
that happens
he's
a
more.
lot.
He mixed,
It
but
does.
he looks more African American.
I had somebody
it's a
close by me
shame.
get locked up because somebody stated they had a weapon, and just because somebody said that, they got
Mhm.
locked up right there.
Yeah, man, that happens. Just like I know, I watching the video of this guy. He went to some college, and you can hear the white woman on the tape. She said that she thought somebody was breaking into the
in.
car, but it was his car. So when
Must
the
have been a
police
nice car.
stopped him, he trying to tell him that was his car. They force him out, beat him up. That
And it was his
unnecessary
car.
shit. They don't even have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Little small college kid. He's going to be a doctor. Come on, man. Like, he was
Beat up
doing.
somebody could save your life.
He was doing what he was supposed to do. They drug him out, beat him up, and
Shit ain't gonna never change.
and all she do was apologize and they let him go. Like, what do you?
No, I'm gonna sue.
No, like matter of fact, like they should lock her ass up.
Yep.
She should.
For the people who do
You can't
these
falsely
things.
accuse people.
Yeah,
yo.
right. Because this man's whole life is gone for something he didn't even do. Especially talking about snatching the purse.
17 years.
17 years this
Charged
life
for
man
robbery?
gone. I mean, did he have any kids? Did he have any family before
I
he went
think he
in?
did have a family.
I mean, come on now. And you got everybody looking at him like he's crazy. Ain't no telling what he's been through in there. And
Right.
17 years? Over an eyewitness who probably can't have damn see.
Right.
I mean, so what happens now? Did they say anything what happened to the woman?
No.
Nope, they ain't mentioned nothing about him.
I guess
Nothing about her at all.
he gonna get a I'm sorry card and
I mean, he probably sued.
They didn't
Like
mention her at
being
all.
They probably
better
sue.
sue if he's smart.
Oh, of course,
I mean
they usually do.
that money ain't gonna take that time back.
It won't.
It's not.
But I mean, what it does is give him a chance in society because
Man, because
He
he ain't
has
gonna be
no-
able to
Because they're not
work.
gonna sue the lady. They ain't gonna
Right.
get no money from her.
right, he has nothing. You come out of prison after that long time, you have no money, unless you're a millionaire going in. You don't have any money at all. You have nothing unless you got
Anyway.
family that's willing
That's terrible.
Take care
The
of you.
system is broke. They need to try
Very.
to.
to. Of course it is.
Yeah, we'll take that conversation back to last week
I mean, hey,
because that's what it comes back around to.
always. I mean, most of the time for us, it always. And
You always get the short end of the stick, man.
right. I mean,
So
we always do. We always do. I mean, just like I don't know if y'all ever watched the 13th. I know. Did you watch it?
I watched some of
Did
it.
you watch it before? Jay, you watched the 13th?
no.
And it was
It's
just
about
right. It's about
incarceration.
the laws that was put in place after slavery to keep black people locked up because it wasn't any more slavery. They couldn't force us to work in the fields and stuff. They couldn't force us to do a lot of stuff. So what they did, put these laws in place. Even the little smallest thing a black man could get locked up for, just so they could put us back in jail to get free labor.
Hey, why was the police? How did police come about again? What were police jobs initially? To catch what?
Catch slaves. So that's all the police is, the modern day slave catcher.
Right.
And it's a shame. And think about it, they be so happy to get us off the street. And like you
Yeah.
said, and if you're a police officer, if you're in law enforcement, we expect you to do your job, and your job is to catch the right person. And don't get me wrong, people make mistakes. And man, it's a lot of people in prison right now for the wrong reason. Not saying they angels or anything like that, but it's a lot of people in prison for the wrong reason, for no
Doing
reason
a lot
at
of
all.
time.
You should not get 40,
Man.
50 years for drugs. Like that's bullshit.
Wrong place, wrong time to get you locked up.
Yeah,
It
that's
just
bullshit.
it will. It's set in place. I know. Me and a friend of mine were talking the other day, and I was telling him about in New York, if you get caught with the guns,
Man,
automatically
Automatic 3 years.
Mandatory.
automatically
And
3
certain
years.
bullets give you
Right, and after
a
that,
year or
right.
2 years a bullet.
right, and after that, they start counting bullets.
Yep.
They count bullets, yeah.
All right,
Whatever
you
you
gonna
get-
talk? You
whatever
gonna
you
keep that
get-
in years?
yep,
What you
whatever
got?
you get
How
caught
many you
with.
got in there?
But it depends on what kind of bullet it is. Because for certain
Right.
for certain guns, certain type of bullet like automatics and stuff,
You
you
going
get per
down.
bullet. You get
That's how they end up with 40
year
years.
per bullet.
Mm.
40. Them boys carrying 100-round sticks. Like if it's going down, you get caught, you done.
Right. I mean,
But talking about that, let's move on to that story about
Oh,
the
shit.
William girl.
well,
She
what's-
fast
what you
forwarded
gonna
us.
do? She really is. 'Cause I had more
I mean,
to
but
say,
it's talking
Jay.
about like time, and this is something that she could be facing.
She's not gonna be touched about it.
You don't know that.
She's not gonna touch. She's too high pro. She's not gonna.
Right.
Depending on who the
Nah,
person
don't-
is.
Don't try to skip past.
She's
No,
not gonna
I
be
mean, I
touched
just
about
want to
that.
talk about it because it's kind of related. Because at the end of the day, she might do time for this.
I don't think she's gonna do any time. And what Jay is actually talking about is the guy that died during the Serena Williams Venus Williams. I'm sorry, Venus Williams. Once Serena, it was Venus.
Oh, she might do time then.
It was.
Nobody cares about Venus.
Shut up.
I don't think I ever seen how Venus look.
Yes, you
do
have.
not look. It was actually it was Venus. She was in a car crash. I think like around April
Somebody
8th
died?
to April 9th.
Mhm.
The guy ended up dying. He was like 7, 8 years old.
Did Brandy do time when she did the same thing?
I don't think so.
Then Venus not going to jail.
So
either.
she was at fault.
She was
Yeah.
at fault.
She was at
She-
fault.
she-
Brandy was
at
at fault too, and she ain't do no
I mean,
time
I'm
either.
thinking all was going to happen is that the family probably going to sue, and
And
that's
get her money.
yeah,
Get her
and
money.
that's it. I mean, that's with these celebrities. That's all they. Yeah, it's Venus. It wasn't Serena. I'm looking at it now, but
But you know, some celebrities actually do time.
yeah, I mean,
Even if it's not a lot of time.
yeah, the victim family is going to sue, but of course they are, right? But it ain't like she's responsible. They say Venus Williams is responsible for a car accident that led to a fatality. Yeah, but I mean the family just go sue her. They go get their money because they got a lot of it, and that's gonna be it. And celebrities don't really do no time for stuff like this.
Venus got
They don't.
Venus got money.
Yeah, she's. Come on now. Come on now.
I'm sorry. It's just like Beyonce and Solange.
Yeah, because this happened in Florida. Man, like I say, he was a 78-year-old man. He died later, but they don't say what was his condition. I mean, he was already 78 years old. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it like that. But,
Yeah, he was gonna die tomorrow.
I mean, I ain't gonna say that. According to the suit, the impact of the car crash caused damage to both vehicles. The victim family was driving the Hyundai, a 2016 Hyundai.
Cars ain't made for no crashes.
And Venus was driving a 2010 Toyota Sequoia, which is really disappointing.
Oh damn! Well, I'll take that back. Venus don't have money like that.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, he ended up dying on June 22nd.
That's sad.
So and yeah,
Condolences to him and his family.
right. So I mean, his wife had injuries too, but she didn't die. Man, he probably just gonna sue and keep it moving. It ain't,
Yeah, just give her $1 million.
yeah, it's not like they probably get their money, keep
But
moving.
if they not big fans of them, if they're racist, people, they'll take it that far.
Yeah, but these kind of people got high profile lawyers and things like that. She's not going to do any time or anything like that. I can't believe you made me skip to this story, Jay.
I mean,
Right,
it's
yeah,
just
go
kind of related.
Backtrack.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, last week she did what she did do last week, so she didn't really want to talk about that no more.
Jay trying to take over the show. I don't appreciate it.
Whatever. I'm just trying to bring up stories that kind of related.
Yeah, whatever. But I do want to talk about. Cause we about.
What I want to talk about, which we're not going to skip over,
She go taking over.
we're
man.
going
There
to
she
talk
go.
about
What?
men and their opinion on women and what they wear.
Okay, I'm glad you messed up my segue.
I do not
I
care.
really appreciate that.
This should be interesting.
I just want to
It
know,
should be.
as you
100%.
two men that's in relationships,
Okay.
do you feel like you have an opinion on what your female wear when you guys are out?
All right. So
Do you feel like you're only gonna protect me
All right.
if you picked out what I wore?
So before we get into this, let's give you a little bit of backstory. We were listening to a podcast that we all listen to, and one of the co-hosts said that if he's going to protect his girlfriend or the female he's out with, he should have a say-so in what she wears.
He said he should be able to pick
That's
out
not
what
what
she
he
wears.
said.
No, that's not what
he
he
said.
said.
He
Are
should
you
have a
sure?
say so.
No, he said he should be able to have a say-so, and
I mean, it's kind of the same thing because
his reason not
Yeah.
no, it's different between picking out your clothes and
Having a
and
say-so.
going out there and putting it out for
he
you.
probably the
But-
type that
but you
if
know
he
what,
don't
though?
have a say so.
I mean, and the
Thank
reason why he said that is because that if he goes out with you and if you wear something too revealing, and we know how men are, and if you say something to you or somebody say something out the way you're inappropriate or grab you or something like
We got to
that,
deal with that.
then the man is put in the position where he has to do that, and you don't even know who you're dealing with. Maybe the person has a gun, maybe the person is crazy, and that's why he say that. And I mean, don't act like these things don't happen.
Yeah, it does happen. But my thing, it could happen to me in a pair of sweat, or to any female
Yep.
in a pair of sweatpants and a t-shirt.
Yep.
So, I mean, he cannot put out a comment like that. Because it's not all about her wearing something revealing. She could be wearing anything. And if this person's a pervert, they'll hit on you no matter what you wear.
Yeah, that is true.
So what's his excuse if she's in a pair of sweatpants and somebody hit on her?
But
He's not gonna defend her and be like, well,
You off topic again.
no, I'm not. But it's true.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but what he was saying is when you wear something that's revealing, that's what he's saying, and not like the victim blame the woman because it's not your fault that a man is an asshole. But we know how men are. That's all he's saying. He's just saying that we know how men
could be
are.
revealing.
We know how to deal with it, huh?
So tight clothes could be revealing.
Yes, it is.
So I'm just shouldn't wear nothing tight around when we go out.
Prime example. See, me and you had this conversation. We off air. Me and you was at lunch, where we see this woman, her titties all out. I mean, you seen Jay? How did she look? Tell her now.
She was a very busty girl. I mean, extremely busty, and her breast was just like busting, ready to triple out her shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like that's different.
No. Now, did you feel how she dressed was appropriate where we were?
Be honest.
No.
All right then. So that's the type of situation he's talking about. Now, like we say, her man may have liked that, but let's say
that means he's willing to handle that if something
that's what
comes
I'm saying.
And that means she has no respect for herself.
So that's all he's saying. It depends on how you dress. Dave Chappelle has a great joke about this.
But my thing is,
God.
All right, Dave Chappelle has a great joke about this. I don't know if you watch Dave Chappelle. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Jay, you may know. And the people who are listening, I know you know. He has a joke where he says about what we're talking about, how women can dress how they want to dress.
Mm-hmm. But there's a but.
He said when a woman wearing titties popping out of a turtleneck, right? And he said a woman say, just because I'm dressed this way doesn't make me a whore.
Right.
And he said, you're right. You're absolutely right.
He said, but don't see.
But he was like, but you are wearing the whore's uniform.
Right.
So he said one day he go dress up as a police officer. He could be outside. Somebody go walk. Somebody go run up to him
and say, right.
Excuse me, sir. Could you help me? He could be like,
just because I'm dressed this way.
Just because I'm dressed this way
doesn't make me
a police officer.
No,
that's what he's saying.
No, my big thing about what he said is that he feel like he should have a say so on what she wear if she wants his protection.
No,
and I had a problem with the way he said it. No,
I mean,
he said it just like that. He said I should have a say so on what she wears if
what
she
I
wants
have
my
to protect.
protection. But so if I'm wearing sweatpants and you have to protect, you might not want to protect me because maybe you should have wear those sweatpants too.
See, that situation is different. It's two different.
It's the way he put it out there.
All right, just listen
it's the way he put it out there.
Two different type of situations here.
I don't know why they keep saying
now, if you are
because
wearing,
it's not about what you say. It's about how you say it.
If you are,
thank you.
If you, I didn't hear you. What you say?
It's not about what you say. It's about how you say it.
Yeah, and it's the way he said it.
That's fine. That's for sensitive people.
My protection.
That way of thinking. That's a sensitive person way of thinking.
It's not sensitive perfect way of thinking.
Words
it's a person with an opinion.
So, if you wearing jogging pants, that's different. But he's just saying if you antagonizing somebody to say something to you. Because women will go out and y'all know this. Y'all know this. That's the thing.
They know.
When we have these conversations with women,
out of here.
They act like they don't know nothing.
They know.
You dress a certain way to get attention sometimes. That's what he's saying. If you dress a certain way to get attention and you get it and the man disrespects you, now he got to do something about it. That's what he's saying. He's not saying that.
But the way he said it.
But he's not saying if you have on jogging pants. That's not the situation he's talking about.
I just brought that situation up because it's the way he worded it. He said that he should have a say so if she wants her protection on how she should dress. He didn't put out there. No, he didn't put out there. Oh, if my female's gonna dress sexy, then she should be prepared
Jay,
for me to.
You didn't catch that whole conversation. You caught that part of that conversation. What he was saying was, if you go out revealing yourself, let's say we all seen it. These girls these days, women these days wear these short ass shorts. They all up your ass. Don't get me wrong. You can wear what you want to wear. You can actually wear what you want to wear. I'm not gonna do that. But certain people respond to certain things. You know how men are. You do.
I agree with that.
Let me and you had a conversation one time. You said years ago you was in the club with your friends. You said you walked by this guy. You said he grabbed you.
Yeah.
Sat you on his lap.
And I wasn't wearing nothing revealing. I wasn't like busting out my shirt.
I don't know how you were dressed.
I wasn't dressed
I don't know.
revealing. I wasn't wearing nothing revealing.
But I don't know.
wasn't wearing nothing that it was so sky you could see the whole shape of my body. No.
I don't know how you were dressed. But what I'm saying is these type of situations happen. But let's say if you were wearing something really revealing, it could have been worse than that. It could have been a lot worse. He grabbed your ass, grabbed your titties. He could have did something else. And when you put your man in that situation, now we got to fight. Now, matter of fact, this is another perfect example of this. What was the Tyler Perry movie with the guy from the show?
I don't watch Tyler Perry.
It was the Tyler Perry movie where, I think he was a pharmacist, and his
Temptation.
wife. Was it Temptation?
Was Temptation?
So that means you know the scene I'm talking about. I think they were walking, right? And I think some guy said something to his wife.
I understand.
Okay.
She wasn't wearing nothing revealing.
She wasn't, but she wasn't. But what I'm saying is, if the man is in that type of situation, see, he handled that the right way. They would have jumped him, probably could have killed him.
She wanted him to handle it.
She wanted him to handle it. But what I'm saying is, let's say if she was wearing something revealing, and then they grabbed her and him, and he has to do something about it. I mean, but if, like you said, but luckily she wasn't wearing something revealing, where they didn't touch her, so he did handle the situation correctly. But let's say if she was wearing something that was revealing, they could have went a little further. That's what I'm saying. He's not saying that he want to go through your closet, or you throw this out, you can't wear this. That's not what he was saying. All he was saying was, if he's going to say anything, you know, think about it, he's a comedian, and it was a joke, and it was funny. So all he was saying was that if he's going to protect you, he at least want to say so, and on what you wear. That's all he was saying. I mean, that's it. It wasn't really.
I don't know, cause I could be wearing a skin tight dress for you, and I mean, do you not want me to wear it because you won't have to worry about having to deal with some assholes?
And that's the thing. I know as men, we want our women to look good, and we also know the risk of coming with certain things that you wear. Like if you wear something short or tight, like, all right, I know men are gonna look. That's normal. I mean, as long as you don't cross the disrespect line. I mean, everybody looks. I mean, that's just what it is. But if you wear something and women do things to get attention. We know
let's
this.
keep it all
Don't act like this don't happen, Jay.
I never said it didn't.
All right.
You were going so hard. Like,
so I mean, yeah. So
I was going hard about the way he
pretty much.
It,
I think the bottom line of what he was saying was, don't put him in a position where he has to do something.
It's not because he don't want to.
No, yeah, because you're right. Some of us want that action, and some of us don't.
Yeah, so you don't really want to do that. So yeah, so you don't want to do that or put Sheikah, you got anything to say about this? You pretty quiet over there.
No, I done said my take.
You sure that's all you got to say?
I feel like he said it the wrong way.
Thank you. He worded it wrong.
But did you? Okay. And it's another thing that we have to do too, when you're listening to somebody, they may word it the wrong way, but do you understand? Because that's important too. It's important to understand somebody.
I can see some of his point on it, but at the same time, like you just have to be prepared for life, because she could be wearing anything and somebody could give her the wrong attention.
Oh, okay. So
he just sounded like a person that didn't want to have to do anything for his lady. He didn't want to do nothing extra. That's what he sounded like.
That's not true, because he did go into situation where he had to have, do something, when you cross that disrespect line. And there's another guy on there saying that he avoid everything, and a lot of men can't avoid everything. Like, we all deal with it. But if you want any closing words, Kenneth, or anything while you over there?
Nah.
Everybody,
just don't make me have to fight.
Yeah, I mean,
you hear that, Chica? Don't make him have to fight.
Yeah, please, don't.
He might leave you there to fight for yourself.
women.
I'm with the shit.
I respect him enough not to put him in that type of situation. So.
I mean, yeah, that's
well,
true.
Man, you're gonna be in a lot of fights.
That's
See, and that's the other part. Exactly what she just said.
You gotta, if you feel like you don't have somebody that's gonna respect you enough to not put you in that situation, then you shouldn't be with them. Because if that's how you feel, then you need to reevaluate who you with.
Right. I mean, because a lot of women too, they also feel like that they don't want no man telling them what to wear.
Right.
Yeah.
And that point is not about respect. A lot of women feel like you don't respect me because you're telling me what I can't do, and I'm an adult. So I guess it all depends on. It also depends on how you look at it. I mean, because some feminists may listen to this conversation and think we're completely wrong, and they will. Some people will totally disagree with all of us and be like, man, I wear what I want to wear. I'm grown,
All right.
But we know the risk of doing certain things. But if you want to continue the conversation, you can email us at everydaymanpod@gmail.com. If you have any more questions for me, Jay Kenner, or even our
Sheikah.
guest over there, Sheikah. I'm about to say Ski. I don't know why I'm thinking SK for some reason. I know Cicada. Is it Cicada?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Damn letters backwards. But another thing I want to talk about, but in entertainment real quick, we know we got the Spider-Man coming out this Friday. Anybody excited about seeing it?
I am.
You not?
No.
You're not into?
Mm-mm.
What's wrong with you? What?
I mean, I like the Avengers, but I like the old Spider-Man's. That one a little bit too corny for me.
Oh, you don't want to see the movie first?
Right. You don't want to wait till you watch a movie?
You so judgmental. I don't like
Off the
this.
previews, like,
I
God
don't like
damn.
this about you.
That's the point. The previews are supposed to sell the movie. It didn't sell me. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Matter of fact, you're the first person I've heard that say they was not excited to see this movie. What about you, Jay? How do you feel about it?
I have some take on what she's saying, but I want to see it, but I feel like some of it is a little disappointing. Like it's just not that thrilling for me.
You ain't saw the movie yet.
I just been looking at the previews.
Yeah, because it's everywhere. I'm on CNN and there's Spider-Man.
It's gonna be huge. It don't matter what y'all
Yeah,
say.
it's
The
gonna make
budget, it's gonna make money. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna make
it's gonna
a lot.
shatter a lot
We'll
of
see.
records. How many years has it been since the last one?
That's what everybody thought about
Wonder
the
Woman
Tupac
movie is already on Blu-ray.
Not
No,
really.
I don't think
Not
so.
everybody.
Because I thought it was gonna be everything and more.
No, not really.
Nah, I mean it's too much of him to get right on the first
Yeah.
try. You got to
Cool.
swing and miss first.
Yeah, Tupac movie should be like the Tupac movie should be like a trilogy or something like that.
You better wrap it up.
But so did you watch the Tupac movie?
No.
Oh, you didn't? I heard.
I saw the previews, and just by the previews,
Yeah,
You better wrap it up.
I heard a lot of bad things about it, and one of my friends I was just talking to the other day, he was trying to tell me, that he watched it and he wanted to get my opinion on it, but I told him I may not watch it because, like you said, there's so many documentaries about it and everybody know everything about Tupac, so much content out there. But real quick before we go, everybody's talking about this. I know we all heard it. Me and Jay listened to the way down. Way down here, Jay-Z has a new album out, 444. Out. Did you listen to it?
No,
You haven't at all?
I haven't, but I've seen people talking about it.
And it's everywhere. And this is supposed to be one of his most personal albums ever. Like
Yes, ladies, he did cheat on Beyonce. Get over it.
He did. He cheated on her. He said he did a few times, actually. He actually did it a lot. But one of the reasons I brought this up, a lot of people had an issue with Tidal, the streaming service. They don't want to pay
$9.99.
$9.99 just for
Cheap
one
fuckers.
album, and a lot of people have an issue with things being exclusive on certain things. And so how do you feel? Because a lot of people was actually signing up for Tidal just to get the free trial,
Right.
and then they was go unsubscribe. They wouldn't go let it. After the free trial, that's it. I'm not doing it anymore on a thing like that. So how do you feel
What people
about
don't
things
know is
being
when you do that, it's still cents on the dollar,
Right.
even if they're not taking the money off
right?
your card.
So how do you feel about things being exclusive, like on just a certain thing, where they trying to make you subscribe to certain things to get a certain product, especially something that's hot and everybody's talking about. That's how they
That's-
playing the game now, right?
That's smart.
You think so?
Why wouldn't you do
Oh, you
that?
think it's wrong? I hear a lot of complaints about people don't want to do that. It was like, well, I already have these streaming services.
Okay,
for
then
other
it's not
music.
for you.
Just for one Jay-Z album.
Yeah, then it's not for you.
And a lot of people say they don't want to pirate it either. They'd be like, well, I don't want to pirate it. So, you got people coming in. They don't want to pirate it because, they don't want to do it illegally, but people are being forced to do that. So my thing is, in the long run, does it hurt or help a business when they're trying to do that? Because you try to force people's hand, and people don't like to be told what to do. So they could be like, all right, we go, fuck, I'm gonna get it illegally. So what you gonna do there?
I mean, he's still gonna do his numbers regardless. So I mean, you take the good with the bad.
Right. What I'm saying is, what they're using it as something to get more subscribers. That's what I'm saying. They're using it just to get more subscribers. Jay, you got anything to say on this?
No, I'm good.
But if you haven't heard the Jay-Z album 444, you should actually pick it up. If you have Tidal, I mean, get it how you can get it. That's how I say it, man. Because I don't have Tidal. I have it. I mean,
How did you get it?
Put that together for a second. So, but I think you should pick it up though. He opens up about a whole lot, man. He drop a lot of jewels, especially about the black community and what we need to do, and what we need to do as a community. But we will have this conversation in a different podcast. So if you have anything you want to say, but we got to get out of here. Anybody ain't got any closing words?
No.
Sorry we got a lot of people coming in. So that's it. So if you want to reach us, you can at everydayman.net, where you can find all of our content, all of our audio podcasts and movie reviews. You also follow us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, any podcatcher out there. And guess what? We also on YouTube now, so you can find us on YouTube and all of our content there. So with that being said, we out. Peace.
Don't be making all that noise.